We're with Marty Biron and Frankie Corrado. And guys, let's focus in on the 7 Canadian teams and play a little game we call one word. So what's the best word to describe each of the Canadian teams? Marty, we're going to start off with Vancouver.
Rebound. I'm looking at the Vancouver Canucks last year. It was filled with drama. It felt like a high school relationship, right? Where your boyfriend or girlfriend and, but now you have to rebound from that and you're trying to put yourself in the best light possible. Rebound for Thatcher Demko, rebound for Elias Pettersson, and obviously a new coach. So the whole team has to rebound from what happened last year and really step forward. So I think they can do it, but this feels like a high school drama relationship. So rebound's the word.
It's fitting. Frankie, you're up now. Best word to describe Edmonton.
Pressure. Pressure surrounds the Edmonton Oilers. Now that Connor McDavid has signed his 2-year extension, you know that you have 3 years to win a Stanley Cup with Connor McDavid there, and the pressure is on the team, the pressure is on the coaching staff, the pressure is on the management, and this year more than ever, it kicks off. The 3-year runway to win a Stanley Cup, knowing that you have the best player in their game signed at a favorable deal. Pressure follows the Edmonton Oilers everywhere they go.
Clock is ticking. Now, Marty, the Flames missed the playoffs a year ago. What's the best word to describe Calgary?
Goals. When you look at the Calgary Flame last year, they just couldn't score enough goals. They were 29th in goals for in the National Hockey League at 220. Well, only 25 goals increase this year will get you to the middle of the pack. I'm not asking for 80 more goals, a goal a game, whatnot. I'm asking for 25 goals. So goals is going to help Dustin Wolf in net because there won't be as much pressure on him. It's going to help the whole team. It's going to help the coach, Ryan Huska, being able to manage the line. So goals is the word of the day for the Calgary Flames.
Okay, they'll be goal digging. And the Winnipeg Jets are home to the reigning Hart Trophy winner. They brought in Jonathan Toews. Frankie, what's the best word to describe the Jets?
Resilience, because this year is going to feel different for the Winnipeg Jets. They don't have Nick Ehlers. They're going to have to find ways to replace him internally. They've brought in Jonathan Toews. Pretty resilient story. Him coming back and playing, now joining the Winnipeg Jets. And really last year, they got so much favorable outcome from their 15-1-0 start. Now this year, they're probably not going to have that. They won't have that cushion, so they're going to have to be very resilient in how they approach the schedule with one of their best players now gone and trying to fill that void internally.
Okay, Marty, there was a major change in Toronto with Mitch Marner out. So one word now to describe the Leafs is?
Compete. I look at the Toronto Maple Leafs. They've had so much talent over the last few years. But last year we saw a start of Craig Berube and trying to install that identity of competing every single night. So you lose a player like Mitch Marner, and everybody's going to have to step up in their compete levels. So don't lose stick battles. Don't lose one-on-one battles. Don't turn puck over. Block shots. Do everything you can, but compete. That is what Craig Berube is going to tell his team all season long for them to fill in that void left by Mitch Marner.
Now, the Sens were a playoff team a year ago. Frankie, what's the best word to describe Ottawa?
Stable. The Ottawa Senators are finally stable. There's stability there defensively, something that really hadn't been the case prior to last season, and give head coach Travis Green a lot of credit for that. But now the Ottawa Senators have to graduate from being a stable team to a team that competes for something, and it's not just squeaking into the playoffs, it's potentially winning a round in the playoffs. But the only reason why we can have that conversation about the Ottawa Senators is because there's finally stability within that team, and it gives them a chance to win.
So they've got a great foundation. And finally, the Montreal Canadiens. Marty, one word to describe the Habs.
Electric. Everything they do in Montreal with the Canadians, with the game press and everything is electric. But on the ice, it started last year, and obviously it's going to carry over this year. Suzuki, Caulfield, Demidov, Liney on the power play. You got Lane Hudson. I mean, this is an electric roster with a coach that knows how to push the right buttons. And obviously, if you have a chance, go to a game. Support the Canadians because it is one of the most fun, electric atmosphere. So that's my one word.
I can agree with that. And for all 7 Canadian fan bases, I've got one word to describe them. Ready. Very ready.